I'm making this video out of frustration. There's not going to be any second takes. There's might be some edits, but I need to get this off my chest because YouTube isn't multidimensional. YouTube has become a fucking robot, an AI. Now, I have been struggling on this platform. The reason I'm doing this as a video versus an audio versus an actual video, so it can be posted multiple places, and I feel like it'd be easier if it's just an audio clip with having clips maybe in the background or just things showing something. But I have a very hard time with YouTube right now. It's just not multi-dimensional. Because I remember when YouTube started, I've been on the platform since probably 2008. Probably like before I even hit prime time. With big creators such as, PewDiePie, Markiplier. And one of the things that I remember with YouTube is that YouTube was a place for you to broadcast yourself. There was no focus on channel growth. There was no focus on views. There was no focus on how to make money. There was no focus on all this algorithm bullshit. It was just about you broadcasting yourself. But I feel like now with YouTube, I said this on Twitter, and I hope it resonates with people, is I feel like I'm a wanderer on YouTube. I feel like my place as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, I feel like I'm at a point where I'm wandering all over the place. I don't know what to do. And YouTube is trying to redirect me to hell. And it's like, you gotta do this. You gotta focus on this. You wanna grow to 1 million subscribers. And unless I comply with whatever direction that they're sending me, I will never get to 1 million subscribers. And back then, I was kind of a little bit, I would love to get followings, but honestly, I've got to a point where now I don't even give a shit. I don't give a shit about 1 million subscribers. I don't give a shit about the overall attention. But here's where I think there's a lot of problems with that. I don't care about the subscriber numbers. I don't care about the views. I don't care about that. But for somebody to say that they don't want to grow or they don't want growth on YouTube, that would be a lie. I think everybody wants growth. I just think that they don't want to grow the way that other people are telling them to grow. One of the things that you'll find yourself when you talk to YouTube gurus, YouTube help, I love them to death, and there's nothing against them, is that when people tell you, what do you need to do to grow on YouTube? They always tell you to focus on one thing. They always tell you to focus. You gotta focus on this one thing. You gotta be, this good at this one very thing. You can't really be a very good jack of all trades, a niche. And I know partly that's bullshit because I've known there's people that have made very good things and they're a well-rounded person. But I feel like with YouTube becoming a machine and becoming a search engine, they direct you with people that are only going to follow you for that thing. Like, if you want to try and experiment with something, if you want to try and do other things, and you want to try and, be a creative overall person, you just want to grow and you just want to have fun, YouTube throws all of these hoops at you. Now, it's not all YouTube's fault. I think it is partly the creator's fault, and I partly think that, some of it even lies on the viewers. Because we as fucking human beings are bored as fuck. We have problems holding our attention spans for more than a few minutes sometimes. And we sometimes, we get burnt out on things. And one of the biggest issues with a lot of creators that suffer from YouTube burnout is that once they try and do something new and they still need to put food on the table and they still need to do all this other stuff to make sure things meets their ends, make ends meet, YouTube won't show that content. They won't give that content or whatever message you want to provide people the light of day. Like, even when it comes to being a viewer on YouTube, I'm talking about, like, you're a YouTube viewer and you want to subscribe to certain content and you're watching content. One of the annoying things that drives me the fucking crazy is when YouTube recommends me videos that I have no interest in watching and suggests me into some sort of video that I never heard of, so I click it due to, somebody who's playing the system with, clickbait or, really eye-catching thumbnail. Mind you, it's not the creator's fault. But, I get attracted into this video because I just watch one video. And just because I watch one fucking video about YouTube, about like some, I don't know, let's just hypothetically say that, I'm trying to think of a good example here. A bear on a fucking seat, or a fucking, a prank on a particular person, a style of pranks, just any video in general, YouTube starts bombarding me with that information, and that the people I'm subscribed to get left out. So, like, my YouTube home feed doesn't become a place where the people that I follow are being shown on the platform. It's what YouTube wants me to follow. It's what YouTube wants me to look at. And the same thing is with TV. The same thing is with, any industry. In the matter is, they want you to follow certain things. They want you to get into this content because, 100 million other people have watched this content. We understand that you are going to be part of them. We need you to be part of the 100 million people. That's almost the impression that I get. Now, whether that's the impression that YouTube wants to set on people, I don't know. But I'm fed up with the YouTube robots. I'm fed up with the algorithm. I'm fed up with the fact that YouTube is not a kind of a multi-dimensional thing. And I can't blame that too much. I really can't. There's really no one specific entity or person to put blame on something. You just gotta shift and adapt at this point. You can't spend your entire time going, woe is me, YouTube sucks, let's just give up. No, you can't. You can't do that. And I feel like there's a lot of people that do that because they do get kind of upset with YouTube's algorithm. And I want you guys to just understand that, like, YouTube might be gone tomorrow. What's going to be the next platform you go to? What's the next thing? I think what people want, the end of the day, that a lot of people want, and I don't know if I'm personally getting it on YouTube, is progress and growth. And the definition of progress and growth that we see on many different YouTube videos and all the, all social media platforms is all superficial. It's all stuff that doesn't matter. It's subscriber count, it's viewer count, it's, even watch time to some extent. None of that stuff matters as somebody who's trying to grow as a person. Because if you're trying to build a YouTube channel, okay, cool, then follow a lot of these tips, but I don't know what I really want from YouTube. I feel like I'm in a place of that if I focus on something too long, I'll get pigeonholed. YouTube will put me in a spot where they're like, we see that this content is doing great on your channel. Make more of that, please. Make more of that. Make more of that. Make more of that. Feed me, feed me, feed me. And it gets to a point where it's like, well, what if I don't want to feed you anymore? What if you're getting way too over? What if you're overeating too much? YouTube, what if you become, just bloated with all this content that I don't want to make anymore? What are you going to do? I'm not going to pay attention to you, not unless you feed me. It's just like an animal. It's just like, a robot. It's a whole bunch of analogies that I can point. Anyway, this rant, this frustration video, whatever I'm calling it, I don't even know what I'm going to actually title this thing. It's going on 10 minutes. I want to end it here. If you guys actually stuck around for this commentary, video, podcast, whatever this becomes, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think about it. If you do enjoy some of the content that I make on my channel, which is usually short films, web series, video game machinima, storytelling in general, subscribe and push that notification bell. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.